Beyond Safe Driving. What does that mean? Well, it means that this program is not just a general safe driving video for everyone. It's just for you, the courtesy vehicle driver, and we'll take a few minutes to focus on some specific hazards you face during the course of your job and the steps you can take to minimize risk. Does this mean you can ignore all other safe driving policies and procedures? Well, of course not. It's just some tips to help you be a safer driver and make our properties a safer place. In your case, you're also responsible for the safety of our passengers. All passengers must be seated before the vehicle is operated. Passengers cannot be allowed to stand or be in the front stepwell while the vehicle is in motion. If there are more passengers than there are seats, those passengers must wait for the next van or vehicle. Be courteous and understanding, but explain that it's the law and for the customer's own safety. Everyone must wear a seatbelt if so equipped. Infants and toddlers must be in a proper child passenger restraint system, meeting federal motor vehicle safety standards as required by state law. These seats must be installed by the child's parent or guardian. It is also important to remember that you should know what to do to assist disabled passengers on your vehicles, including how to secure wheelchairs, how to maintain accessibility-related equipment, and similar matters. If you do not know, please ask or request training. If the vehicle cannot accommodate a wheelchair or related equipment, other arrangements should be made. Doors must be closed before departing and at all times when the vehicle is in motion. Your vehicle must also be equipped with one fully charged fire extinguisher and either safety, triangles, or flares for use in emergency situations. There are differences between your personal vehicle and the vehicle you drive at work. Your shuttle has a much higher center of gravity, increasing the risk of a rollover. It's also heavier than your car, dramatically increasing your stopping distance. What does this mean? It means passenger vans and other large, high-profile vehicles are 3 times as likely to roll over when carrying 10 or more passengers as when carrying fewer people. One cause may be underinflation of rear tires. A proper pre-trip inspection will address the underinflated tire problem, but to help reduce your risk of a rollover, you must understand the nuances of handling larger vehicles and always go slower than normal around corners. It also means you must increase your following distance because your shuttle, especially when loaded with passengers, will take much longer to stop than your personal vehicle. Remember, your vehicle holds many people, people with families, people with friends, people with children. An accident in your van can have tragic, far-reaching consequences. Be familiar with common routes you take. If you have a GPS, program it before departure. This way you can focus more attention on what's going on around your vehicle. Know the safest route and be on the lookout for problem spots. Remember, just because you are obeying traffic laws doesn't mean everyone else on the road is. Be ready for someone to change lanes or stop unexpectedly. By anticipating hazards, you will increase your safety and the safety of your passengers. If you must back up, try to use a coworker as a spotter. Your vehicle has blind spots that cannot be seen even with the use of all mirrors. If you do not have a spotter, avoid situations where you will need to back up when possible. If you are involved in an accident, remain calm and check first on the condition of your passengers. Call 911 and secure medical treatment or first aid if needed. Next, regardless of the severity of the accident, call the police to report it. Next, call your manager and exchange information with the driver of the other vehicle or vehicles. Never admit fault or liability. Provide your information and try to obtain names and phone numbers of witnesses. Take pictures of the accident scene and the vehicle involved. Complete the auto incident packet. A post-accident drug test will be administered to any driver involved in an accident. Operating any motor vehicle requires your constant attention, and anything that distracts the operator increases the risk of an accident. Reaching for a map or coffee cup or adjusting the radio, anything that causes you to take your eyes off the road may cause you to have an accident because it reduces the time you have to see and avoid hazards. This is especially critical in a larger, heavier vehicle because of increased stopping distances and reduced maneuverability. Cell phone use is prohibited while driving. Texting? No way. Browsing the internet? Forget it. Your job is driving, and driving only. Just being involved in a telephone conversation can slow reaction time too. Talking on the cell phone competes for the driver's attention, and when engrossed in conversation, people are 4 times more likely to have an accident. If you are required to notify your dispatch of drop-offs and pickups, do so only with the vehicle in park. Some states have specific laws regarding cell phone use when driving. You must obey local, state, and federal law at all times. Also, for the same reasons, never take notes or refer to maps or other materials while the vehicle is in motion. And what about your passengers? Can they be a distraction? Absolutely, if you let them. Be courteous, but don't engage in lengthy conversations with passengers. Safety is your primary responsibility. Have we covered every hazard you may face on the road during the course of your job? Well, of course not. That's why it's so important for you to use your common sense and good judgment at all times. You know what it means to drive safe. We all do, but remember what's at stake and do it. There's a lot riding on your driving ability.